Okay, and we're back, everybody. This is Tad Hill, your co-host of Retire with Freedom, the show that helps you plan the retirement that you want. I'm here with my daughter, Tyler, and my daughter, Tyler's mother, Toni.
Wait a minute. Your daughter's...
Your wife? Daughter's Tyler's mother, Toni. I thought that was the most efficient way to say it.
Your daughter's... Okay, whatever.
My wife, Toni. How's that?
We do retirement planning better than we talk.
or at least
speak for yourself. Yeah. So we're talking about investing like a genius. And the point is, learn from other people's mistakes. Don't learn from your own mistakes, right? Like,
it's too painful,
use the experience of other people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Tyler, you said this in the last segment. Unless you are a retirement planner, and by you, I mean you, the person listening, unless you're a retirement planner, your retirement's the first one you've ever planned. So you can do OJT and figure it out as you go, or you can rely on the help of someone who has experience and has built and helped hundreds and hundreds of people build retirement plans. And that's so we want you to benefit from our experience. And one of the things that we talk about, people regretting things because they had to learn it the hard way. One, let's talk about tax planning, because absolutely. All you got to do is look at the math, and we've got the debt that we have now is, if you look at the chart of the national debt, the exponential nature of it is scary. And so there's really only a couple of ways to fix that. One is to spend less, or the other is to make more money. So chances are extremely high that taxes are going to go up. And one of the opportunities that we see many people A, don't know about, and B, if they do, they haven't had any real analysis done and they aren't taking advantage of it, is Roth conversions. So let me just take a second and explain what this means. Most of you have been told your entire life, put as much as you can into tax-deferred vehicles because you'll have more money going to work for you, and you will have the wonders of compound interest, which Albert Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world. So you've got compound interest on a larger amount of money. And theoretically, when you retire, so you'll defer all of those taxes now while you're in your peak earning years. And then when you retire, you'll be in a lower tax bracket. That's the conventional wisdom. So we have to ask ourselves, well, are we really going to be in a lower tax bracket? Because I will tell you, we see people all the time who have millions of dollars in tax-deferred money, and they are not going to be in a lower tax bracket when they retire. No. Right?
Taxes are going to be a problem.
That's you. So if you're listening and you've got $1 million or more in tax-deferred accounts, 401ks, 403bs, IRAs, chances are extremely high that you are going to have a tax challenge at some point when you start living on that money. And even if you say, well, I don't need that money, so I'm not going to live on it because I've got enough elsewhere, maybe a lot of rental income, or your pension and your Social Security is going to pay the bills. Well, the IRS is going to make you start taking money out when you hit a certain age, depending on when you were born. And then even if that tax bomb isn't going to explode in your face, it's probably going to explode in your children's, because they've also changed the laws around how long your children have to pull that money out
and pay taxes on it.
So they used to be able to take that money and take it out over the course of their lifetime, so they didn't have to take as much out every year. Now they have to get all of that money out in a 10-year period. So if you're giving a significant amount of tax-free money to your kids.
No, tax-deferred money.
Did I say tax-free?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Tax-free is great money.
Yeah.
That's our favorite.
What we're actually discussing here is how can you leave a significant amount of money tax-free to your kids. That's the solution to the fact that you're going to leave a lot of tax-deferred money. So if you're going to leave a lot of tax-deferred money to your kids, chances are extremely high, because now they are probably going to be in their peak earning years.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you leave them $1 million or $2 or $3 million of tax-deferred money, and they're going to now have to pull that money out over a 10-year period.
So you're kind of just leaving it to the IRS.
Well, yeah.
You kind of are.
Well, and also what you're doing is you are crippling your kids in terms of their ability to navigate the tax brackets.
Yeah. They're going to be stuck with something instead of opportunity. They're going to be stuck with some dilemmas there, and probably not good ones. I mean, now they're kicked up in a higher tax bracket if they weren't already in the highest tax bracket. Now they've got this piled on top. So really, you're just throwing it out the window back to the IRS.
Yeah,
you're doing all the stuff you did to plan and save. You just saved it for the government.
Well, and I heard an advisor friend of mine recently who I have a tremendous amount of respect for. He owns a retirement planning practice up in the Midwest, and he said the IRS is playing chess.
Yeah.
And most people do not understand that that's the game they're playing. They think they're playing checkers or tiddlywinks. The IRS, we don't have time to go into all of this on the radio, which is why we strongly encourage you to come to our retirement course, where we talk about all things retirement planning, income planning, investments, taxes, healthcare, legacy. And so if you want to get signed up for our next course, we only do one every 4 or 5 weeks. We do it here in our office on Valleydale Road, right off of 65 on Valleydale, and really encourage you to come. The way to sign up for that is to call or text us at 205-988-0006. That's 205-988-0006. You can call or text us. But one of the things that we go through in that course is, when I say the IRS is playing chess, believe me, they've thought through all of this.
There's several moves ahead.
Yeah. And it's not the IRS, it's Congress, it's the government, it's the people making the laws,
and
too.
It's the bills that we owe. It's the debt we owe.
Yeah.
I mean,
and so when you look at all of your sources of income in retirement, you've got Social Security, you've got pension, if you've got rental income, and then you start stacking tax-deferred withdrawals on top of it. A whole lot of people are going to be in a higher tax bracket than they were when they were working.
Right.
So some of the strategies that we talk about in the course are doing Roth conversions. So what that means is you take tax-deferred money and you move it into a tax-free bucket. Now, here's the kicker. When you move it, you have to pay tax on the money. But the bottom line is, when you pull money out of your tax-deferred accounts, you're going to owe tax on the money. There is no avoiding that.
Yeah.
The question is, can you liberate it now and keep yourself in lower tax brackets versus wait until the future and have zero control over what tax bracket you're in?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not speaking to every single person out there. I am talking about if you've got large amounts of tax-deferred money and you're not doing something about it today, there is a very good chance that you are giving all that control to the IRS.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, most people's biggest accounts, or besides their house, one of their biggest investments, their 401k. So, I mean, there's tons of tax-deferred money out there.
So you're a good straight woman, because that was what I was about to say. We're talking about now what to do with tax-deferred money you've already accumulated.
Right.
But something that commonly people don't know or are aware, that if you're still working and saving money inside your 401k, you likely have a Roth 401k option.
Yeah, to save.
And I'll say this, if you're listening to this and saying, nope, I don't have a Roth 401k option because no one's ever told me about it. Well, what happened was, I don't know why, but all of a sudden companies started offering it and really told no one. So
lots of people don't know.
When we tell people, go look for this, they're like, oh yeah, there is one. I had no idea.
Right. Yeah.
So if you do have a Roth 401k option, again, we have licenses, we're held to certain regulations, so I can't give blanket advice.
Fiduciary standard is what we're held to. Yeah. So we can't just give blanket advice. We have to know your circumstances.
Yeah. But if you do have a Roth 401k option, saving inside of that is a way that you can get some tax-free growth, because yes, you're going to be taxed on your contribution, but all of the growth is tax-free. And that way you're not continuing to contribute to an account that we're going to want to look at, maybe should we be converting anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So do this, Tyler, just because we've alluded to it. We've kind of talked about it, but we've kind of talked around it. Explain the difference between tax deferred, like a regular IRA or a 401k, regular traditional 401k, and a Roth IRA or a Roth 401k. Actually, just explain those two things.
So if you're saving inside of a traditional IRA, a traditional 401k, the tax deferred accounts we've been referring to, you've never paid taxes on that money. So you earn $1 and $1 goes into the account. And then let's say it grows to $2 and you withdraw the money. You're going to be taxed in your top marginal income tax bracket on that full $2, because you've never paid taxes on the contribution. You've never paid taxes on any of the growth. If we're then looking at your Roth IRAs or your Roth 401ks, you do go ahead and pay taxes on your initial contribution. So if in this scenario, if you earn the same dollar and you're taxed at a 25% rate, 75 cents of that dollar goes into the account as the initial investment. But then in this same scenario, if it grows to $2, when you're withdrawing from your Roth IRAs or your Roth 401k, you're not paying any tax on any of that growth.
Yep.
So sometimes when people hear tax-free, I've gotten it asked recently, hey, we actually are paying taxes on the initial contribution. Well, yes. You're going to have, there's some things, I guess, if it doesn't make sense or it sounds too good to be true, I mean, we have to pay taxes at some point. So yes, you do pay taxes.
The only way to not pay taxes at all is not to work. I don't earn any money or don't get any money in your investments.
And a lot of times people hear, oh, I make too much money. And that would be true if you are just saving in a Roth IRA. But another reason why I would strongly encourage you, the listener, to look and see if you have a Roth 401k option is because there are no income limits to save inside of a Roth 401k, and you can save a lot more.
I'm glad you brought that up. I didn't think to mention that. Yeah. So if you make a lot of money, 200K plus, we'll say, you've been told that you can't contribute to a Roth. Well, that restriction does not apply if it's in your 401k plan at work. Mm-hmm. And it's a challenge on the radio show and on the television show to fully dive into how to deal with all this stuff, because it can be complicated. And so that's why we offer a free analysis of everything that's going on in your life as it relates to retirement planning, which is income planning, investment planning, tax planning, healthcare planning, legacy planning. And we also offer the course that we do every 4 or 5 weeks here in our office. And so if I'm you, I'm going to do both of those things. I'm going to come to the course, and I'm going to come see us and have an analysis done. And I can't promise you how you're going to feel, but all of this is designed for us to help you benefit from our experience, for you to learn the lessons that other people learned the hard way without you having to learn them the hard way. And we are the aggregators of all that experience because we've helped hundreds of people do this. So come to our course, come in for a visit. And when you come in and sit down with us, here's what happens. Lauren greets you. She gets you settled. She'll get you something to drink. And then we sit down and we just get to know each other. Yeah. And we ask a bunch of questions about what do you care about? What do you want? And then we go through our observations about the things that you should be doing to help put yourself in the best position possible. So if you want to come to the course or come visit us, call or text us 205-988-0006. That's 205-988-0006, 988-0006.
Insurance products are offered through the insurance business Freedom Financial Group. Freedom Financial Group is also an investment advisory practice that offers products and services through AE Wealth Management LLC, AEWM, a registered investment advisor. AEWM does not offer insurance products. The insurance products offered by Freedom Financial Group are not subject to investment advisor requirements. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Any references to protection, safety, or lifetime income generally refer to fixed insurance products, never securities or investments. Insurance guarantees are backed by the financial strength and claims-paying ability of the issuing carrier. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as the sole basis for financial decisions, nor should it be construed as advice designed to meet the particular needs of an individual's situation. Freedom Financial Group is not permitted to offer, and no statement made during the show shall constitute tax or legal advice. Our firm is not affiliated with or endorsed by the U.S. government or any governmental agency. The information and opinions contained herein provided by third parties have been obtained from sources believed to be reliable, but accuracy and completeness cannot be guaranteed by Freedom Financial Group.